We're live. Welcome. And we're on, oh geez, I've lost track of the days and the case number and all that jazz.
We're still on the third case.
Right.
This is the third day, but the second trial day.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm
it gets
Joe.
a little confusing. I'm Ashley.
We're Geek to My Nerd, and we're doing a lot more streaming this summer, mostly because we can. Time and stuff during the school year is a little harder for us at the moment, but we're going to try and make sure we still can produce live streaming game content and that kind of stuff during the school year. Yep. Welcome, Cal from the Kingslayer Network. Appreciate you popping in, good sir. How are things on your end? We'll wait for an answer. BRB, sharing out, thank you. I got to do some links and such here in a moment, too.
Yep. Just make sure browsers are muted.
I already have. They're good to go.
Alright, you want me to go ahead and start?
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's kick this pig.
So yeah, it ended on a bad note yesterday.
That's putting it very mildly.
Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier.
Right.
Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking.
That's a nice way to put it.
Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please.
I know Black Mirror is on my list of things I've wanted to watch, but we're pretty bad about trying new shows. Mm-hmm. We'll do it on a whim, but other times it's oh, well, we don't have anything to watch. Let's put on, I don't know, like Kimmy Schmidt for the 30th time. Futurama, that kind of stuff.
30 Rock.
But Black Mirror is on my list of things I really want to watch.
You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it.
I came up with a theory of what that overlooked evidence was.
Mm-hmm. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. You know it's bad when the trial starts with Mia. Because usually it's only in the most desperate moments that we get Maya to conjure up her sister.
Mm-hmm.
And yet no one ever notices anything. Although Penny did notice. She's like, did you change?
Right.
Did you suddenly get like 10 years older and some other stuff?
Yeah. Some assets.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I'm so terrible at doing a British accent.
The prosecution is now ready, Your Honor.
Okay, now you get to read Edgeworth.
Nope.
Man! The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Oh no,
so
gross!
much worse.
Oh, gotta do my creepy voice. Or that director. Oh man, he's even more disgusting looking in HD.
Shouldn't he be like I don't know,
In
like,
a
not
suit.
nearly as sweaty and gross because it's the first thing in the morning?
Yeah. Will the witness state his name and profession? Oh no. How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai Noob ROFL. Sure, they can never get anyone to say their name. Salmonella, I'm a director at television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well, please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. I love the the shade she's throwing him.
Mm-hmm.
The day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in the meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, press every statement.
Every one of them.
Is that when you always come into work? Oh, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Oh, wow. Still, FWIW, I guess it's for what it's worth.
For what it's worth, yeah.
I was pretty busy all that day. Frowny emoji. Tell us more about
What
that.
does he have on his collar? That's probably a heart. Looks like it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a design button of some sort or whatever, I'm not sure, but it looks like it's shaped like a heart.
In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing, LOL. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh right, thus the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch, ROFS. ROFS. What does that one mean? Is it a bad one?
I don't know.
Okay, good. Thank you, Phoenix. ROFS, rolling on the floor starving? I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked up some. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it?
Yes.
That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Not at all. It's a little vague. It's contradictory. Because there we saw lunch plates and stuff outside the Studio 2 area.
Yep.
Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila. What do you want?
Sweats.
Oh, no.
Like as if we didn't know.
Man, he's gonna that place is gonna be drowning in gross director sweats. When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? Good call.
Did his cheeks jiggle when he showed shock?
I think they did.
That's upsetting.
I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all.
Ugh.
A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat, I'd suspect as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then.
Gross.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Same, Phoenix, same.
Dude, the director's like sweating is a disease apparently because it's spreading to Phoenix.
Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony.
It does.
I'll press on that one a bit more.
Okay, leave that one.
Okay.
I want to say the next one. Well, I mean, you could press the other one if you want, but.
What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting? During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break. Well, yeah, not a one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press harder.
Press harder.
Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops, ROFL! That's no time to laugh.
It's really not.
Well, Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah, FWIW, we took a break, ROFL. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only like 13 in base 12.
Oh my god.
Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me.
I hate this guy so much.
It's not supposed to be likable. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just... Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a T-bone steak in a long time, but yeah, I think it would take me more than 15 minutes to eat it.
I don't know, man. If you eat the way Salmonella might.
I don't want to know how he eats.
I'm just saying. I imagine it has something to do with unhinging his jaw and
just swallowing
whole like a snake.
Yeah. Alright, press every statement. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of the death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Edgeworth. But it's only 15 minutes. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak, what else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right, the other one was D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say commit a murder. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One? Let's look at the court record real quick. Alright, our badge is not a help. Time of death. This photo from 2 p.m. The guide map.
I mean, it doesn't take much to get from Studio 1 to 2.
Yeah. Ah, the monkey.
Yep.
It blocked the path.
Also, if you look at the samurai contains photos of victory scene ever still. Okay, no, never mind. That's not gonna super help.
Yeah.
If also, does the picture of the steel samurai have the time on it?
Yes, 2.
Okay, so. I'm gonna say I would say no, but that's me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Because it was blocked.
Yep.
I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio at that time. Haha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head.
So, here's my thing. And it's just like with Resident Evil, how you can't, like, shoot open doors. That's not a big hurdle to cross. Like,
I know, right?
All you have to do is walk in the grass. Like, you're going out of your way like a foot.
Yeah. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over? Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it was also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have a decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. I love all the rigmarole. All the chatter. Order. I will have order.
It makes me think of Blazing Saddles.
I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
According to Salmonella's calculation, that's enough time for the judge to scarf down 2/3 of a T-bone steak.
Will he, though, in his chambers?
Probably not.
What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have?
Well, you're still alive.
Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it, I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself, be strong. You are the Steel Samurai hero to children everywhere, after all.
Is a dead woman flirting with a man?
Yes.
Okay.
You... Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
That's not good. That's bad phrasing. Oh my god. She's dead.
Yeah, let's just put her on trial. Again. The court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Oh. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around.
Yes, it does. Got him!
Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
The kid is awfully young to be wandering around. Tiblet.
Tib, no Tib, you cannot be in the stream.
No,
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Yes, that thing that you were once as well.
The thing that you were yelling at Phoenix about. Cody. Now, Edgeworth will never name any of his children Cody.
It's the teacher paradox.
Yes, I also will never name a kid Cody. Because, yeah, the year of 3 Codys. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were you were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What pops, you want me to tell you and Gramps with a beard over there? Just, Mr. Edward, I prefer bearded gentlemen. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Nice.
Oh, man. Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I already have an idea where to go.
Me too. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. No joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the red cheeks. I get it. Looks a lot like Pikachu, pal.
You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. Duh.
Then why doth thou wield the weapon of the evil magistrate?
I've taped every show. And I go to all the live performances.
Taped.
That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course. Duh. My dad always takes me. Poor, poor dad. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez.
I like that this is quickly becoming a person of interest, whatever they're called, the testimonial, whatever, the witness. This witness is quickly becoming hostile to Edgeworth instead of Phoenix.
Yeah. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow.
Whoa. That's actually impossible, considering we already know a simple monkey head prevents you from going anywhere.
Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kind of far away. He's being awfully vague. Of course the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, it kind of didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor!
Oh, God.
Yes, I suppose he was. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you.
I'll tell you what.
If you had your camera, you mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
But you.
Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say.
Yeah, you get to go back to being dead after this.
So we need to present evidence to the last statement. Because we know he had a camera with him. He is a liar.
There it is.
Alright.
Present.
So should I present the camera?
I think so.
Because I thought he said he had a picture in his book too of what he took a picture of.
Yeah.
Cody, what you just said seems a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You weren't quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Oh, no, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
Oh, God.
Dude, it's 2001 technically in this game.
I thought it was even further in the future than that.
Oh yeah, it's like 2000. It's like the time we're in now. Like, digital cameras are ubiquitous, and if you're basing it on the time period it came out with, and they're also pretty prevalent, especially in Japan.
Well, I also think it's funny that he taped every episode.
Yeah, well, you know. It's, a digital camera, Your Honor? It's kind of a new sort of camera? How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
No.
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney, no one should lie in court.
Ooh.
What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney?
Oh.
Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera, and did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Because you just said you would.
Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me. Because I'm awful. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rolls. This kind of makes me think of The Shining, where they didn't tell the kid what the movie was about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all? Well, that was brief.
No
Mr.
lie.
Wright, your cross-examination. So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No. Okay then, tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah! What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person! He was a person! How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. What happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops! How should I play this?
Press him harder.
Gross.
That's
Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? I love that we're getting the up-close shots. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. To think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out.
Can he?
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
See,
He couldn't watch it. He was watching something else or show evidence.
Yeah, I think it's... I would imagine it's his camera. He was trying to get his camera to work.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't be that.
No, that's just the data. He was taking sleeping pills.
Oh yeah, I was taking drugs, you know, let's present that. Okay, so let's show evidence.
Yeah, show evidence.
Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Here's my proof. What's that, the camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture.
Considering the book he gave you was full of pictures.
Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you wouldn't have looked away from the fight. You would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Ooh, the judge got serious there.
Welcome to the real world, kid. Oh, look at his little fight.
Don't sympathize with this.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened, yeah. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Pops? Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer.
Whoa.
Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth, and I guess I'm the bearded gentleman. That's what I hate about grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious. Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness, testify. Yikes! That's why you have to press every statement.
Yep.
So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah? Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely? So I held up my camera to take a picture.
Yeah, that's a really good question, Cal. They were upset about the camera. They're like, there's no camera in the courtroom, but Cal asked, why is the kid allowed to bring a sword in there?
I know, right? No one cares about that.
I'd imagine it's a fake sword.
I would hope.
But, because I don't know any parent that would let their kid run around all day just
with a
wild
katana?
with a real, especially when their kid is a second grader with a real katana.
Yeah.
But then again, if we're talking like late 1990s, early 2000s mentality for technology that digital camera is also super. That camera probably costs more than a real sword.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a real good sword, but a real sword.
Yeah. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time. Hold on. I want to go back and press that. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the steel samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one?
Yeah.
Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture! Hey! Bullseye. How did you know?
Oh my god.
Aww. I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
No.
Wow.
That's one of the powers of the characters in one of the later games.
Wow.
With the, like, Lockharts and crap
This
like
feels
that.
great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved steel samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about.
We already know what this kid's all about, and you have it in your evidence.
Yeah, so present on the last statement.
Yep.
And then we're gonna present the book.
Yep.
Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then?
I mean, he technically gave it to Mia, right?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the steel samurai lands the final blow. Bazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the steel samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it.
Cognitive dissonance.
Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Cognitive dissonance. He's just now... He's realizing that, you know, that a man died.
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what truth is it? And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here.
What's going on?
Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
Photos are blurry. I doubt that. Erased them by mistake. I doubt that.
A Steel Samurai didn't win.
Okay, it's either he erased them by mistake or the Steel Samurai didn't win. You think it's that one?
Yeah, I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth, the bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no! It's impossible, the Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. Same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth.
Oh my god. Man, if they could afford it, a Funny or Die sketch of Phoenix Wright starring Tom Cruise.
Yeah, oh man, that'd be awesome.
Would be hilarious.
Order, order, I will have order. Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Never meet your heroes, kid. Oh god.
Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay, you're right.
Those tears are
the
massive.
Steel Samurai fell down.
Each one of those
and
is
he didn't move.
Each one of those is the size of an eyeball. Those tears.
Yes, it's very sad for him.
He should be losing his entire. He should be losing the entire contents of like his body's water.
So the courtroom is covered in salmonella sweat and Cody Hacken's tears.
Salmonella sweat's just such a gross sounding word combo.
Yeah, that's never going to be a perfume.
No. Salmonella sweat.
It smells like T-bone steak scarfed down in 15 minutes.
T-bone steak.
And Axe body
sadness.
spray. And Axe body spray.
Yep.
Order, order, order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What is this error you speak of?
Doth not compute.
Hammer was the victim, Steel Samurai was the victim, there was no victim.
Well, we know there was a victim. There was a dead man. And Hammer was the victim, but that's already stating something we know.
Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim.
Isn't the primary suit missing too?
I think, yeah, they haven't found it.
So.
Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Dun dun dun! Order, order, order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought.
Studio 6H on the Sunset Strip.
But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1. But did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station because I just remembered I'm Southern. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room.
Which we have evidence of that now.
Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Oh my god, kid.
Data?
Yeah.
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
Oh my god.
What? Show us quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Okay. Here. This is it.
Haha, the plot thickens.
Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what?
Yeah, I could see exactly what it was.
Look at the photo once more.
It's very simple.
That's it, Phoenix. The photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial.
Or at least,
What?
you know.
Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency.
Mm-hmm.
Right there?
Yep.
Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct?
Oof. Edward just got kicked.
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place.
Studio 2.
Yup. Here, at Studio 2.
Getting a little creative here with the game mechanics.
Yeah. I see, that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there, the path was blocked, no filming is done there.
I don't think that would have anything to do with it. It must be, I don't know, one of the other 2.
So yeah, not that the filming, so I find it very significant. Trailer there, path was blocked.
That path was blocked, it seems to be a big deal because
Yeah.
I mean, unless stuff happened at a different time frame.
The path of the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to the Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness! Jack Hammer is the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume.
I think we have proof.
Alright. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume.
Okay, so autopsy won't help. Photo doesn't help. Guide map doesn't help. The weapon, maybe. The pill bottle still maybe, because we haven't used it for anything.
Yeah.
It was found in the employee area. And we also know Will Powers was napping as Jack Hammer stole the costume.
Yeah, and so, like, you would probably hear people rustling around in your,
That's what I'm thinking, too.
This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. Same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment! That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. You test Powers' blood, fingerprint the bottle, examine Hammer's body.
Okay, so testing Powers' blood.
It would be out of his system by now. That was days ago.
Yep. And examine Hammer's body. I don't see how that would help at all.
Yeah. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle.
Something Edgeworth should have done days ago.
Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1 but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework.
It's your job, Phoenix.
Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance on this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. Whew! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course we're kidding. We're not kidding.
Not at all.
Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial, because we have to. Right.
No, you'll find the true killer at tomorrow's trial.
Yeah, at tomorrow's trial, of course. Right, thanks.
To be continued. All right. I think that's it for us for tonight.
Yep.
We'll be back tomorrow, probably a little earlier in the evening, because I'll be streaming with Cal and Halo tomorrow night, playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance. We got to take out Arcade. I hate arcades so much. But we'll be back tomorrow evening, or tomorrow late afternoon, probably about 5 or 6 our time, to knock out the next day of
investigation.
Right. And yes, we'll be going a little later tomorrow evening. I want to say it'll be about 9:30ish Central, but I'm sorry, 8:30ish Central, 9:30ish Eastern, because y'all go on Eastern. My brain.
That's for Cal stream? Okay.
But ours will be a little earlier in the evening still than we've been doing, just simply for, sake of making sure everything's good to go. Yeah, that's about it. How are you enjoying the case so far?
It's really interesting. I remember this case was long because again I've played this game before, but it was years ago. But
Yeah.
I couldn't remember like how all the details were revealed. So
Yep.
yeah.
I imagine it takes even longer your first time playing it because you have to try like especially the investigation stuff. I think takes a lot longer the first time you play. But now you kind of know the way the games play, so it makes it a little easier to do that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, and it's kind of different navigating because I played it on the DS, so like you had
So,
like the dual
tap to
screen,
tap to tap tap tap.
dual screens. It made it pretty easy to play the game where you have to do a lot of like going around to like different screens within one screen. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like a big deal, but it's just it's a
Yeah.
little different.
So that's cool. Alrighty, well we're gonna go ahead and save and quit here. And
Alright.
we'll see everyone tomorrow afternoon. I'll be back tomorrow morning with some more Persona 5
All right.
as I continue summer school. Hopefully, sometime in the near future, you'll be able to stream some
Yeah,
morning streams.
hopefully
with me.
next week because I have my own summer school, but it gets out earlier than summer school this week, so
Mhm.
maybe I can join you
Cool.
because I like making commentary about how messed up everything is.
Take it easy, Cal. Thank you for showing up, good sir. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.